Hi, this is Gracie with Beautiful Life Self-Care, and I'm going to lead you on a meditation on forgiveness. Forgiveness, it's one of the most powerful actions, whether we're forgiving another person or forgiving ourselves. What we're doing in forgiving is we're accepting that life happens, and we're releasing our attachment to the past. And when we release our attachment to the past, then we're set free to live in the present moment, which is where true happiness, joy, contentment exist. And if we're clinging so deeply to the past and trying to make something that's already happened that maybe feels really wrong, and it's okay for that stuff to feel really wrong. But if we're going back and we're trying to still change it and make it right in the past, we're going to miss our lives in the present moment. So the point of forgiveness first is completely selfish, that we're setting ourselves free to live in the present moment. And as we take it a step deeper too, as we release the anger that we're holding towards other people, or our self-hatred or anger, then what we get to do is we get to really learn from what's happened and use that information to move forward into the future with more clarity and a much greater understanding and compassion for life. So it's said that when we're angry at someone, it's like drinking poison and expecting them to feel it. So I encourage you for yourself today to really open to forgiveness, and then just to watch how that transforms the relationship with yourself or with the people around you. So let's start. Let's take a tall spine and a few deeper breaths. And let everything that can relax in your body relax. Bring to mind somebody you want to forgive. And if that person is yourself, then bring to mind your own face. And I want you to imagine like you're watching a movie, that person is sitting right in front of you. And we'll start by just feeling what we feel. So bring to mind what feels like the most wrong part of whatever happened. Maybe somebody didn't give you what you needed. Maybe they were cruel in some way. I want you just to feel what you feel and know that those feelings are, first of all, important because they teach you about what you want in life, what boundaries are important to you. And then let's see if we can see past those feelings a little bit here. So in that other person, can we imagine that if they were acting in a way that felt wrong, what was behind that for them? Were they feeling insecure? Were they feeling powerless in some way? In what ways are they hurting as a person that would cause them to act out with violence against us? And if this is for yourself too, just feel that for yourself. What ways were you hurting or needing in that moment that made you take that action? And this is where we get the gift of living into our hearts here. So just drop down a little bit more energy into your heart. If you you can place a hand over your heart right now and feel compassion. That as human beings, we all understand what it feels like to want something, to feel insecure, to need more love than we feel like we're getting, and how that can cause us to take action that doesn't really feel aligned with our highest expectation of ourself or life. And if a lot of emotions coming up here, just keep breathing right into it. We have the power in the present moment here just to accept and to breathe and to be with emotion. This is the true aim of yoga. And so from this place of compassion that we're building here, let's just take it one step further and look at what the situation has taught us in our life. In what ways have you resolved to be different? Have you moved forward with more clarity based on this situation that felt so wrong at the time? And this is when we get to turn into true alchemists here, that we're taking our anger, our resentment, our hatred, and we're transforming it into compassion, clarity, and present moment awareness, which is everything. So take a few more deep breaths. And if there are any ties that you need to cut with this person here, then just imagine a gigantic pair of scissors here, and anything that feels sticky or that's binding between you and this person, or you and this past version of yourself. Just go ahead with the clarity that you're experiencing right now, cut through those attachments. And this is where we really get to set ourselves free, that we don't have to carry such a heavy weight around with us anymore. And maybe out of this compassion, we even feel some joy in being able to set this other person free. That nobody wants to carry these heavy weights around with them. We'll just check in right now and to see if there's anything else that's needed for our healing, so that we can let go of this situation and no longer let it cloud our mind and keep us locked in a cycle that will never end until we choose to let go of it. So just ask yourself right now, what else do I need for healing? And if nothing arises, then it's okay. You just stay open, and maybe something will arise later today or tomorrow. And now, with as much compassion and clarity and present moment awareness as we can muster right now in this moment, and a little bit is perfect. A little bit goes a long way with this stuff. We're going to imagine this person in our mind again. And you can say these words silently to yourself, or you can repeat them out loud. We're going to imagine them and say, I forgive you. I understand now. I set you free. And I set myself free. Let's just do that one more time. I forgive you. I understand now. I set you free. And I set myself free. And you can stay here with your breath, repeating these words as long as you need to. And you can do this meditation as often as you need to. Sometimes really deep wounds, they need some time and attention to heal. But notice as you let go, how that changes your experience of life. And that's the reward, that you get to really be with yourself in a way that feels lighter, more grounded, more in touch with your love and your heart. So we'll finish with that love. Just take a moment, feel love for yourself for doing this work. Feel love for anything that feels tricky and hard and too big even to love. That's what we especially need to love. And feel love for this common human issue of anger and the beauty of forgiveness when it can finally come, and that we all go through this, and there's such compassion that binds us together in this. So from this precious place of love in ourselves that we can share out, I wish you a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.